Hi Catholic Artwork Camp, I'm Julia Blanchard and I am so excited to apply for this year's summer staff. I can remember how it all began.
Once upon a time, in a far-off land called Twinsburg, Ohio, there lived a young girl named Julia Blanchard, who had just finished her freshman year of high school. Her spiritual journey was guided by a mystical wizard who ran the youth group at her parish. And when this wizard began talking about a far-off adventure called Catholic Artwork Camp, young Julia was enthralled. Her parish had never attended before, but Julia was entranced by the idea of this magical journey and signed up for the trip. Since her dragon was sick, young Julia rode to Michigan with the rest of the small group all the way to Saginaw, Michigan. Young Julia was blown away by her experience. It was the first time in her life that faith and service had combined in so powerful a way. And it changed her life. And ever since that first work camp, young Julia has dreamed of the day that she would be old enough to apply to CHWC summer staff.
And ever since that very first work camp, young Julia has dreamed of the day that she'd be old enough to apply for Catholic Artwork Camp summer staff.
No, Julia, that's my line.
Oops. Sorry, Dave. I'm just so excited to apply. I only have to wait 6 years. Wow, what a vivid flashback. So why do I still want to apply to Catholic Artwork Camp all these years later? Well, let me show you. Catholic Artwork Camp brought service and faith together for me in a really powerful way. And ever since then, I've been trying to figure out how to live those values in my life. I've learned a lot about my faith through many retreats and other experiences, including an 8-day silent retreat. I've learned that I can only find true joy in my life when I fully rely on God. And I've learned a lot about service through many different service opportunities, including a trip to Louisville, Kentucky to work with refugees, and a trip last summer to Ecuador. I've learned that it's more important to be with people instead of just doing things for them. And I've also learned a lot about leadership through many different leadership positions, like being an RA and being the president of Alpha Omega, our Catholic devotionals group here on campus. I've learned that it's more important to work for the good of the group instead of just for my own glory. So I've learned a lot about servant leadership that way. All of these experiences have helped me grow as a woman of faith, and I think they would also help me as a Catholic Artwork Camp staff member. So what would I do for Catholic Artwork Camp? Well, I'll do anything. I'll be on stage! Woo! I'll be backstage, behind the scenes. I can sing and dance. Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the sun, at the trumpet call, so lift your... I can be a carpenter commando. Hey, carpenter commando. I can work in the kitchen. I'm just such a great cook. I can even learn a new instrument. Honestly though, whether it's something silly or crazy or boring or serious, I'm willing to do whatever it is you want me to do for Catholic Artwork Camp. So as you've probably seen, I've dreamed about being on Catholic Artwork Camp summer staff for a long time, and I think that I'm very qualified for this position. But more than that, I feel that God is calling me this summer to glorify Him by serving through Catholic Heart Work Camp. I hope you think so too. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you consider me for staff this summer. Thank you and have a blessed day.